The Ark Royal is launched.
I feel like that's a whole lot of your problem.
UK declares war in Italy. Ah!
Oh no! So, are you just waiting on more divisions to pop before you go?
Yeah, like I'm properly garrisoning up the French border. I'm waiting for my tank divisions to finish up my light armor before I make any sort of push on Poland at all, just so I can make some cutoffs happen right off the gate, right off the bat. Right off the gate, out of the bat.
Right off the gate bat.
Yes, right.
Right off the gate bat. You heard it here. Once I had one person tell me that they hated all Americans because we use the term right off the bat, and that any video in which which anybody says that is completely unwatchable. All I could think of reading that was, that's a really particular thing to just, you know, get your panties in a bunch about.
It's because baseball is American.
I mean, could that apply to cricket too?
I don't know how far their salty nationalistic tendencies go for that particular commenter, so I don't know.
like these days that nationalistic saltiness for the British runs pretty deep.
Digital Combat Simulator. Thank you, Look at the Flower. Yeah. Like that one, like, I'm confident that if it didn't have the DLC nonsense it has, like, I'd probably get into it, really, because it looks really cool. $80 for fully clickable cockpit and professional level flight models. They made the A-10C simulator for the Air Force. Okay, well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, as a game, though, I mean...
Did the Air Force had to pay $40 for it, too?
Here's the thing, like, as a YouTuber, like,
are so bad.
As, like, a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, because, you know, like, I do the taxes and stuff, you know, like, I can expense the games I buy at the end of the tax year. Like, that's a thing I can do. I'm still not going to fork over, because you still have to out of pocket pay for it, like, right then and there. I'm still not doing it. Like, again, I'm praising them for their level of detail they have. It's awesome, but fucking A, I'm just not going to spend, like, $150 just so I can fly, you know, a Sukhoi 34. You know, like, it's just not going to happen.
Well, you're everything that's wrong with the world, Bob.
I'm sorry?
No, I think it's fine.
I'm the problem? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
I'm the reason I am Hitler right now, so I...
Lakuta Craft? Who are you gonna punch first? Lots of target choices. Thanks for the bits, by the way. I appreciate your bits. And so does Raving Hitler. Yugoslavia is my prime target, because Yugoslavia has good production and resource base. Did you upgrade your Air Force? Yes. They are modern up to 1937 standards. I'm using monoplanes now. I'm not using biplanes. But Yugoslavia is going to be my primary target. After Yugoslavia falls, my next target is going to be securing the rich Romanian oil fields and the border with the Soviet Union, and then I'll just clear up the rest kind of ad hoc.
It's a simulation, not a game. The simulations fall into the game category. Still, Look at the Flower. It is video games still.
I feel like if I go to Steam, there's a simulation category.
Simulation still denotes that there's a higher level of
realism
well, towards realism and such like that. And there's better modeling and things like that to make it more like real life. But let's not kid ourselves that these are still video games. Like, yeah. let's not delude ourselves.
I don't know about you, but I enjoy being completely deluded.
Little more consumer goods so we can have
presidential way.
Down.
I don't know how would Trump talk about attacking Yugoslavia? He probably doesn't know what that is. It's huge. Cool. Is going to try and eat Africa too, or is that a bridge too far at this point? Thanks for the bits again. Africa, I'm honestly not that concerned about. I mean, securing the Suez Canal will be important. So I'll when it comes time, I will leave an Africa core available.
That sounds like a bunch of Italian problems to me.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. So I mean, I want to secure, like, you know, the bases in the naval bases in North Africa and the Suez Canal and things like that. So it will be something I will work on. But, like, getting Yugoslavian and other Baltic production lines up and running and producing Italian guns and tanks and planes and stuff like that. And yes, you're correct, Queso. That's kind of my #1 priority. I do need more troops to be able to do this, which is why I put some infantry on the production line. Because frankly, I've got the French border covered, I've got the Yugoslavian border covered, but I don't know if it's enough troops to take out Yugoslavia, and that doesn't leave any real troops in Africa. Well, no, it leaves 2 real divisions in Africa. 3 real divisions. Man, I've got a lot of light bombers. I got 32 wings of light bombers.
You should bomb something.
I wish I could.
Well, you're not gonna do it with that attitude.
Well, I mean, apparently I was born with a heart of neutrality.
Okay, I'm gonna sink more into IC construction here.
Ooh, twin engine fighter prototype.
Tell Ben to kneel before Bob. I'm not gonna do that. We're friends.
Can you bomb Yugoslavia? Well, I mean, the way war works is you have to be at it before you're allowed to kill people in the other country. I gotta wait a lot. Well, what I really want to do is join the Axis. I need to get my neutrality to needs to be lower than 15. It's at 37 and ticking down. So we're getting closer. We're getting there. Bomb Dresden. I don't think that's how that works either.
Or do we have just elements in Ether's chest just trying to get us to fight again?
Yeah, probably. It wouldn't surprise me. The U.S. bombs countries without being at war first. Well, I'm Italy. I'm not the U.S.
I think that's a wonderful geopolitical can of worms that we could discuss, but we're not going to. And I could probably rock all of you at it.
Bob likes his geopolitics.
I do.
Eat a bag of day.
No is not a word when you bomb them. It's a police action. Americans do it all the time. Yeah, exactly. It's just I'm going to be dropping police, gravity assisted police canisters in Yugoslavia. I need another bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Goddamn civilians keep raiding my metal reserves. Stop that. Like, I need that metal for stuff. Stop it. Sons of bitches.
I've actually got my economy kind of on the upswing in terms of I'm not deficit in all of my resources right now. Police them with a few hundreds of tons of bombs. Oh, sweet summer child. We're talking about America. We're not dropping hundreds of tons. Is this multiplayer Hoi 3? It is.
Someone wants you to... Kaizo wants you to talk about Star Trek Discovery?
We did that last time.
We did a little bit. Mostly about how dumb it is, but...
Eat a bag of day. Eat a bag of day.
I don't know, why don't you go ask him in his chat, Kaizo?
He's in my chat right now. He's talking right now. Is there a nation in EU4 you've never played, Ben? Most of them.
More? I don't know. Ben, do you have more to say on Discovery?
I didn't like it, and all the reasons why I didn't like it was discussed last week and is on YouTube for posterity. It's about the gist of it. I mean, I was just watching Next Gen, a couple episodes of Next Gen the other day, and I love Next Gen, and I like Voyager and DS9, and I just started binge watching Stargate Atlantis, so I got plenty of good stuff.
You meant me, not Ben? Well, then figure out your vowels and consonants correctly. There's only
Bob.
3 of them.
He's Bob.
Names are not too similar. Ben and Bob are not the same name. They're not that similar.
They're It's funny.
One is derivative of Benjamin, the other is derivative of Robert. You know,
and they only share 1/3 of the same characters.
I've enjoyed it because it seems to imitate Star Wars. Discuss at Bundeswehr Bob. I agree, Bolislav. I don't know what else you want me to say about it. I agree. It does try to imitate Star Wars. It tries to imitate Star Wars poorly, but it tries. I mean, and even then, like the newer Star Wars have I don't know what it is. It seems like there's this trend of. Oh, I just smacked my mic. There's this trend of storytelling in TV that seems to have come about in, like the last 15 years or so. That's trackable. Like, you can track this. Where fuck any sense of technical logic, whether it's a technology thing or just an order of operations thing. Like, fuck that. We're all gonna be talking about specifically the emotions of the characters, how they relate to each other, and then how they're gonna marry through their way and have a lot of problems. Like, there's very little actual media produced where there are stories that make sense, both on a technical level and then also the storytelling emotional level. So, like, the latest Star Wars movies tend to fall in that category, I think, where they don't make sense, but they've got a lot of emotion story to them. Star Trek Discovery very much falls in that category, too, so yes, when you say that that Star Trek Discovery is imitating Star Wars, the more recent Star Wars, absolutely.
All right.
Do I feel it's unethical to grow soldiers after killing their father? This must be some sort of callback to the prequels, I'm guessing, with the Clone Wars? Is my guess?
Is it? I don't know. I'm lost.
I'm if I had to guess, they're probably talking about Jango Fett, because he was the Kiwi guy they hired to play as Boba Fett's father.
Oh.
Where I think it was this episode 2, I think, where anyway. I don't have as much Star Wars foo knowledge as I do Star Trek.
So what do we want to focus on right now? Army.
Well, my manpower is going back up at a good pace.
Good. Money, science.
Of course, I did just dump a bunch of. I stopped training quite a few. I didn't eliminate production, but I put more IC into my queue because I just need more. Period.
Yeah. Don't worry about that too much, though, Bob. You'll steal it from other people. What do you think of using "In Me Power" from Tom and Jerry as the sound effects? I don't know that sound effect. Just finished city farming. What'd you miss? Bandit? Not that much. Bob and I have just been discussing war plans.
Have we?
Emotional Banana, welcome back. Ben, Bob, thanks again for the great stream. Have a good rest of your day/week. Thanks for stopping by, Emotional Banana.
See you, Emotional Banana.
All right, what do we got here? National Peacetime Recruiting Policy. I'm going to go Balanced Insane. Actually, you know what? Right now...
Okay, we're just going to produce all the consumer goods right now.
Balanced Insane.
Because I'm getting tired of this motherfucking dissent up in this motherfucking country.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Like, stop. Just stop.
Stop.
Annual national focus. We want to.
We're guessing.
I've been matching the Reich science button every time. Every time this annual focus comes up.
Well, so doesn't science give you more leadership that you can then crank into more research?
Germany gets science giving the following effects: IC efficiency for production by 6%. We'll get examine our research centers event, which is build new research centers. Which I get a new research lab in Nuremberg and Königsberg in this case, or I can say research efficiency plus 10%. Let's actually do the research efficiency plus 10% this time.
That's a good one.
Because every time I've built new research centers is what I've done. Every time. Brandenburg Commando Unit. Sure.
The Brandon Burglars. Can I
Brandon Burglars?
If you want to send the sound effect, send it to me on Discord. That's where I'll see it.
Yeah, like Special Forces Elite Light Infantry and stuff. These are the guys that I want to send into the cities and shit when we get to there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I know MST3K? Of course I know MST3K. I grew up with part of that in my life. MST3K is amazing.
I don't know what that is.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. I love that.
I just didn't know the acronym off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And in terms of who's getting gassed, I don't own any gas weapons yet, but I'm pretty sure Bob does. So my guess is the
I have
pulls.
chemical mortars, and I was very strongly considering a division made up of nothing but chemical mortars. I was strongly considering it, but then I decided not to because that would be dumb.
It unfortunately would be.
Yeah, so we are still preparing because me declaring war in 37 was not the best idea. Though I think I'm getting closer and closer. I'm really just waiting on. I mean, everything else that's going to get built here, like these infantry and stuff, and then all this other IC, is really just like reinforcement stuff. So that's really all it is. So I think as soon as my panzers are done, we're going to go to war.
When's that?
These are going to be done. I'm looking at like April 4th.
Okay, that's not too far off at all.
Yeah. Because now everything's garrisoned, so it's all good.
People want to know when the Slav killing is going to be happening. Sounds like April. That's what I'm thinking here.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting because this happened last time where, or actually, you know what? The Anschluss could happen here potentially. I think as well. Onwards.
Well, what you could always do is wait till the Schluss happens and then go after that. I believe that happens in the summer.
How long till Warsaw? How long till Paris?
How has Moscow fallen yet?
Are you Washington D.C. yet?
Filigrad, the epic Battle of Filigrad. That's that one time I accidentally turned Philadelphia into Stalingrad.
That sounds pretty epic.
Yeah, it was my first Germany, my first Black Ice game, which was me playing as Germany, and
Thanks for the follow, Eliminator.
We will not stand for this. Relations with everybody goes down. I love that. Except
Why'd you let that happen?
No, that's good. I lose 5 neutrality because I don't want to be born with a heart of neutrality. But the issue I had was that I landed too many troops and I didn't have enough ports to ship in supplies. So I had to remove part of my front of the German army from the Americas and bring them to my staging bases in like Greenland and Iceland and just have them wait there until I captured more ports. And my plan was Philadelphia was a level 10 port, and it was the closest one to me at the time. My plan was to launch a summer offensive to take Philadelphia, and that would be with the supply shipped in through such a large port, I would be able to reassess this from there and move on. And what ended up happening is that apparently the Americans decided that Philadelphia was their not one step back, and they just kept pouring in reinforcements into it over and over and over again. So I brought in dozens of wings of bombers and just started blasting the city, and then I started bombing all the provinces around the city to disrupt the supply lines to the troops in the city. So it was months and months and months of constant combat and bombings, and the Kriegsmarine was off the shore shelling the city as well, and the battle just went. It took forever, but eventually a flanking maneuver managed to get me, a second out, like a flank to hit the city from, and I managed to take it. And by the time I took the city, everything was destroyed. Not a building stood. And the port was completely ruined, and it took like 9 months to rebuild it. So the offensive didn't go any further until the next year because I had to then rebuild the entire city.
Nice. What's my favorite MST3K? It's got to be Future War. Future War is pretty good, I think.
That movie is delightfully awful.
There's a lot of good ones in there, but I mean, it's MST3K, so there's a lot of good ones in there that I'd probably watch any of them, quite frankly, because they're all pretty good. I know they did a revival of the show on Netflix for like a season with Patton Oswalt and Felicia Day.
Really?
It was pretty good. I saw it and I kind of thought, well, I mean, there aren't like a lot of revivals that do very well, I think, but I thought that one actually did okay. I think that was actually pretty good. I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not. You'd have to check to see if it is, but I think it did all right. It was pretty good.
Lady Magnus is fomenting dissent in my chat. Is Lady Magnus in my chat? I don't see. I've been honestly trying to avoid it, or just the chat just a little bit, just because my eyes hurt right now.
Are you still good to play though?
Yeah, I'm okay for now.
Okay.
Mike on the Wild, thanks for the follow.
Star Citizen came up in my chat here. I'm confident that Star Citizen will eventually release at some point in the future. When that'll be, who fucking knows? But a lot of my friends also dumped a lot of money into that game too. Which, I mean, I was happy to pay, like, you know, a box price. I picked up, I think, what was it, the Bounty Hunter pack, which was like 40 or 50 bucks, I think, at the time, for it. Which, you know, I'm happy to do. I'm a backer, so I got like a ship and a few little perks now that I can, you know, get when the game finally fully releases and stuff. But otherwise, I just haven't paid attention to Star Citizen at all. The only news I want to hear about Star Citizen is if, like, Squadron 42 releases, or if the persistent universe is finally done. Like, otherwise, I just don't care. It's just like, give me a fucking product, guys.
Ooh, prototypes.
They're trying to establish a PvPvE universe on the level of GTA 5 at a galactic level. Yeah, I'm familiar with what Star Citizen is trying to do and such. Like, I think it's very ambitious, and that's exactly the kind of game that I would love to play. I'm just like, I'm kind of tuned out of it until it releases, though. Like, I don't care about people complaining about the controversy of how the game has been in development hell for however long or whatever. Like, I don't care about the drama surrounding it. I just want the game to be done. And yes, PU 3.1 is out. It's going strong. What did I just say? Unless the game is done and released, I don't care. You know, like, I want a finished game. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear. Not just we've added a module or anything like that, you know. So, like, or anything like that. The modules are cool. Like, you know, Star Marine was kind of cool, and then, you know, the Arena Commander thing was cool and all that, but it gets tiring to be like, hey, we have this new module available. That's great. Where's the game? Do I team 4-star? What is team 4-star?
I don't know what that means.
Oh wait, no, they're the guys who they made the Bridge series and stuff for, like, Dragon Ball Z, right?
Inefficient research on infantry weapons.
But yeah, I've watched some of the like the Dragon Ball Z Bridge stuff with my wife, mostly because she's just really into that kind of humor and stuff. Like, I didn't know what it was until she started watching it and introduced me to it. So I'm aware of what that is now because of her. Which is you know, it's funny. It's got its moments, I think. You know, Super Kami Guru is pretty funny, I think. Clean my jowls.
People struggle with my first name. Oh, that's Leah. Right, yeah. That's true.
People are having a problem saying Leah?
Yeah, I don't know. It's only 4 letters, but people might actually mispronounce it. They call her Lee.
I mean, who knows? People mix up our names all the time, apparently, so, you know.
I mean, Robert and Benjamin are nearly the same. Hey, Wildcard, thanks for the cheer there.
I don't know.
Raving Hitler approves. I would love to have a proper infantry division actually produced.
Actually, what can we attach you? What's the nearest thing? Kustrin. Sure, we'll attach you to that. Sure, why not? We'll do that.
Hey, I found out what radios are.
Yay, the Italians are doing things. I'm so happy for you. Here's a cookie.
There you go. I hope
here's a fine, superior Aryan cookie for you.
I hope it's a chocolate chip cookie. Also known as the best kind of cookie.
That's right. Don't forget it.
Anybody who says oatmeal raisin cookies are better than chocolate chip, get the fuck out.
Better, no, but they're still good.
I'm a little happy with how I'm doing so far. I'm keeping up to date with my, like, I'm not flying biplanes. I'm not using discarded weapons from the 1880s.
He's figured out how to apply paint to the canvas with a brush instead of his fingers. It's so cute. It's so adorable.
Exactly. But I don't know if Hitler should be mocking my arts, anybody's artistic skills, Mister. I couldn't get into art school.
My artwork is the best. Feel like a thing on my monitor. There we go.
I'm actually going to take the headset off and just use my speakers for now because those aren't really helping the situation either.
Okay, well, we've pushed production forward, so March 11th is when our Panzer divisions will finish up here. Or no, well, May. Well, still, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm ready to attack now, pretty much. Like, I'm ready to make this happen. So Ben got the task force radio.
I'm ready when you are, in that we're not even in the same faction.
Okay, so hear me out on this, Ben. Hear me out on this.
I'm listening.
Alright, so since we're the same person, we should combine our channels, and here's our name. Bobjamin Magver.
I like Magver.
Bobjamin? You don't like that one so much?
It's okay, but Magver is good. It sounds...
Would you prefer Benbert?
Benbert? Benbert sounds a little
Magver.
derpy. Reminds me of Dogbert from the Dilbert cartoons. Fighter pilot training. Not only do I have monoplanes, my people know how to turn the engines on. I almost got 4 battleships done. They'll be done May, June, and September.
Look at me. I'm Italy. I have a navy. Oh, look at me.
I do have a navy, but I mean, the whole army thing...
Okay, let's go ahead and turn this down to speed 2 here.
Alright. Why, are you doing things? Are you doing things?
I might be. I'm doing things. I might be... There's things that might be happening that are aggressive and stuff.
Oh, no.
But
Bundeswehr Bobness? I don't know if Bundeswehr works.
So a limited war is just simply saying my allies won't join. That's all it is. Their allies might join, though.
I think? Maybe?
I'm going to retake our cores. Onwards.
I believe in you.
Okay, so you guys need to fly interception. No, in a cone. Why are you doing a weird thing like that? Air intercept or air superiority?
Oh,
I think air superiority would be
I think
fine.
Denmark figured something's going down. Are you mobilized, Bob?
I have troops, places.
But by mobilized, there's a button in the politics screen that says mobilize, which means, you know, your forces go up to full strength.
Oh, no.
You might want to do that before you declare war, just FYI.
We've already crossed that Rubicon.
Oh, okay. The die's been cast.
So,
yep, that's the thing.
Forward, yep.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna run to the head real quick, and while I'll leave the screen over Poland so you guys can see the progress.
There's no going back now. Look at all these nice sections of things that are all unguarded. It's very nice. You guys stay there. I mean, strangely enough, it looks like the UK and France are not getting involved in it now, even though they did before. So, I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little weird. No, select. Please select. There we go. Of course we're going to win the battles. We're German. They're Polish. Why wouldn't we win the battles?
Some people said that Bob is sounding a little echoey, which means that my microphone was picking up. The speakers were probably picking up. So I'm going to have to suffer through this. I just washed my face, splashed some cold water on my eyes. That seems to help a little bit. Put the headset back on. I don't see any land in German hands yet. In fact, I just saw the Polish take some of East Prussia.
Well, that makes sense because I don't have all of Prussia garrison, but I'm not really worried about that so much. In fact, there we go. UK declared war finally.
Oh shit! Ah, she biting me.
Everyone should redeploy to Königsberg. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. Everyone's just going to hang out there. Hey, Italy, you want to be part of the faction?
I actually would. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Magnus.
Hello, Mrs. Magnus.
Oh, she can't hear you. I got the headset back on.
Oh. Is he making fun of me?
No, he just said hello.
Hi, Bob.
I've invited you to the faction. I've got all these other things. Let's turn down to speed 1 here while I'm dealing with some things here.
Oh, I can
Home
see you.
front.
I see you, Bundeswehr Bob. Can you see me?
Probably.
Hey, imaginary exponent. Hey, Hawk.
Wait, did
Sorry.
this put me at war? Oh, I could
Eliminator.
law better.
You a Nazi?
I'm not a Nazi, but I'm a fascist.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Hey, Doodle.
All right,
Hey, wild card.
this is fluctuating.